Congratulations! Now you've reached the final activity that encompasses all of the fraction teaks that are covered in 3rd grade, called building bridges. For this activity, you will need several things. What we used is paper plates that we color-coded according to the directions that are given to you in your packet. And then we also made an activity board, I guess you could call it, with 5 number lines that are acting as bridges. And underneath each bridge is a very scary alligator that will chomp on you if you do not correctly put the post in their appropriate spot. We're going to begin by modeling this activity, and then we will discuss a few more points after that.
So our first clue is the 5 bridges are halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, and eighths, but not in that correct order. So as a student, I wouldn't be able to do anything yet, but I would know, okay, I'm looking at halves, thirds, fourths, sixths, and eighths.
Okay. Second clue is if fractions are equivalent, their post will be the same color. This does not include 0 or 1. Okay, so I know equivalent fractions are the same color, but I don't have anything down yet. So I will go to the next clue.
The third clue is the first bridge only has 3 posts. Okay, so I know that that's the first bridge, and if it only has 3 posts, I don't know exactly the color of my 0 or my 1, but I know that if it has to have 3 posts only, the only option is that I have to put a half. And I'm going to look at my bridge and gauge that there's about a half.
Okay, the last bridge has the most posts. Okay, when I'm looking through my posts, I notice that the largest denominator I have is 8. So that will give me the most posts. So I'm going to start to lay those out.
When I look through my posts, I notice that I only have 2 other green posts, which are 2/4 and 3/6. So they have to go halfway across. I don't know which bridge I'm going to put them on, so I'm just going to take a good guess. And I can see that they're all halfway across.
My next clue is on the thirds bridge, the whole number posts are purple. Okay, I don't know where the third, well, there's only 1 bridge left, so that has to be the thirds bridge. And I put my 1 purple hole over here, so I need to swap those out. That still may not be the correct color, but that's okay. So we'll put my hole numbers first. And then I know, obviously, that this is thirds, so I can put the remaining thirds pieces on there.
The next clue is that there are 2 red posts on the 6th bridge. I'm really not even sure if the 6th bridge is there, but if it has 2 red posts, the only red posts that I found were 0 and 1. So I'm going to put my 0 and my 1 hole.
And last clue for now, the thirds bridge is next to the halves bridge. So self-checking, we actually got that correct. Okay, and we're going to stop there with the clues. It continues on to 19 more clues.
As mentioned before, you're going to look for, you're given in your packet the answer key so that you can check the groups or the partners that are doing this activity. Also, like Rachel said, the clues go on to 19 clues that are given in your packet. We decided that we would differentiate the activity, and we have provided 2 other clue sheets, clue sheet number 1 and clue sheet number 2, which we wrote them as clue sheet number 1 being for maybe some struggling learners that need a little bit more assistance and maybe would be confused with some of the wording in the original clues. And then clue sheet number 2 is for about the average learner, and then we felt like the one that's provided for you, the one that we demonstrated, was for more of your high achievers that really have a good solid grasp on what whole numbers are, because a lot of times it's confusing and some kids don't know that 0 is a whole number and things like that, little things like that. Also, when you're looking at the activity, when it's all said and done, you have lots of discussion points. It comes out to where it's color equivalency that you can talk about. There's color equivalency, equally partitioning each of the holes. You want to discuss with them before that each bridge represents one hole, so that they're not confused about where to put things, or that the 0 is always going to go on the left and the one hole is going to go on the right. Also, it's a really great tool to use for unit fractions and discussing the meaning of that denominator, so they can visually see that 1/2 and then 1/3 and then 1/8 each equal part is getting smaller as the denominator is getting larger. Also, just the size of the fractional pieces. You can also compare fractions very easily once you have completed the activity. And
that's it. Have fun with the activity.
have fun with the activity.